All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go! 30 base. Two times. Hey, we are. Protein spill. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Beck. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there on the first play of the game. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Second and 2. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. We're set, ready? 59, back to 59. Here we go, G, get off the field.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Newton. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
On the ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Now Newton on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Another try after the first down sack. Newton, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. Rolling to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Beck. He finds his man Johnson. That goes for a gain of 31. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off the play fake. Back. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is caught inside the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd and 4. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. Operating from the gun. Beck. And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Buccaneers 14, 49ers 3.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal. Here, they got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk.
He's got daylight. He's at the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Check my 50. They're not ready. Bravo. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong.
From the gun on third down. Back. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll be caught by Rice. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken in at the 11. Oh, able to avoid him. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Back. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Back. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Let's go one more. Mike 50.
Off the play fake. Back. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Young. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Allen has the first down and then some. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 1. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right?
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. The shotgun snap for Newton. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Schwartz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Newton now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Newton now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Again, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Gun. Hey!
Throwing again. Newton able to shake him off. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Gun.
To the air again, Newton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now a first carry for their fullback. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Beck. And this is caught by Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete from the contact. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey. Sponge, hard. Ready.
To throw again. Back. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Five.
From the gun. Beck. He may try and run for this. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Newton. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Able to haul it in is Kittle. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Newton now to throw. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Hey, Jack, get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Beck. He completes it to Evans. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out deep.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
60 outlaw.
From the gun on 3rd down. Beck, he gets this one to Johnson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
San Francisco.
Newton now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery. Back. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off play action. Beck. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
On the double. 6-6. Pull it high.
From the gun on 3rd down. Back. That is caught. It's Perriman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
On the set. Mike 51. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Echo. Let's go. Hit it.
On 1st down. Back. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Back. And the catch made by Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
70, Indy. Protein spill. Hey, orbit. 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the dump off at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 4. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
From the gun on 3rd down. Back toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start?
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back now in Tampa. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Newton to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he fields it cleanly. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Young. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Beck. He's got Evans. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Beck. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Beck. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had it quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Sends it nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Chopper! Ready?
Throwing on first down. Beck. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. Back to throw. Beck. The quick slant caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Brashad Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He finds Coleman. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Play action. It's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he bats it away.